Hello everyone, welcome back to Dr. Shakeerah's channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. I make content about medical, fashion and lifestyle, and today it's all about medical. For my returning viewers, thank you so much guys, you all are amazing. Thank you for sticking around. In today's video, I'll be helping you to calculate your ovulation. So all you need to do is to grab your pen and the paper, write it somewhere so you always apply this every time of the month. And as well, you can just save it somewhere on your phone to always go back to it anytime it's needed. In one of my videos, I explained how to calculate menstrual cycle, ovulation, safe and unsafe days, fertile and unfertile days of the month, and I got so many feedbacks from these people asking me to help them to calculate their ovulation. Yeah, they got their menstrual cycle right, and I was very happy they were able to calculate their menstrual cycle. But now it's ovulation. People still find it difficult to calculate this. This is why I will be helping you to do this. So if you have 28 days menstrual cycle, you have 22, you have 31, you have 27, any days of your menstrual cycle, all you just need to just find what belongs to you and what I'll be explaining today. I mean, just find your days, you get your ovulation and your safe days of the month and unsafe days as well. So this is what I will be doing in this video. I'll explain your ovulation. Just take your pen, write it down, or just save it somewhere in your notes, and you have this for life, except if you have some other conditions that actually affect your menstrual cycle. Because when your menstrual cycle is being affected, definitely your ovulation day will be affected. Only in that condition it could be changed, but without that, you're good to go with this, as you know, as long as it takes. Let's get into this. I believe now you know how to calculate your menstrual cycle, and if you're yet to know how to calculate your menstrual cycle, let me break it down for you. Menstrual cycle is calculated from the first day of your menstrual cycle to the first day of the next one. For instance, if your last menstruation was 26th of last month and today is 9, yeah, so you're going to calculate from that first day of your menstruation till the time you are seeing your menstruation this month. The duration or the interval between these days, your last menstrual cycle, from the first day of your menstrual cycle to the first day you are seeing this month period, is how its duration is your menstrual cycle length, and that is a menstrual cycle. Your ovulation is just halfway into your menstrual cycle. Let's say 2 weeks before your next period, that is your ovulation. So if you are having, for instance, the normal menstrual period or the menstrual cycle length is 22, 21 to 32 days, right? So if you have 22 days menstrual cycle, when is your ovulation is going to be? When is your fertile unfertile days is going to be in this period? This is what I'll be helping you to calculate for all cycles, from 22 days cycle length to 32 days cycle. This is a 22, 23, 24. This is your cycle length, this is your ovulation, and this is your most fertile days. To know if you have regular or irregular menstrual cycle, you need to be able to calculate at least 3 to 6 months of your cycle. From January, the day you menstruated in January, February, then March. Then you calculate this duration. If it is 20th of January, then February maybe it's 25 or it's 15. Then you're going to see the duration between January to February, February till March, March till April. So this is going to help you to know if you have regular. If duration between January and February is 28 days, then February to March is 28 days, March to April is 28 days or 29 days. There may be a bit shift because of stress and some other factors, but yeah, it could be normal at least 1 day. It could be like maybe your menstrual cycle from January till the cycle between January and February, it could be 28 days, while February till March could be 29 days or 27 days. So stress could affect your cycle as well, but it's still regular if you calculate at least from 3 months to 6 months, and you have between maybe 28 to 29 or 27 to 28, if it's just 1 day. Now let's start calculating. If you have 22 days menstrual cycle, this is for you. After you have gotten your menstrual cycle, your ovulation day. If you have 22 days menstrual cycle, this is for you. Your ovulation day is going to be day 8. 2 weeks before your next period is your ovulation day, so it's going to be day 8. And your fertile day, most fertile days, is going to be from day 7 to day 9. Remember, you are counting this from the first day of your menstruation. You are counting all these days, your ovulation day, you are counting from the first day of your menstruation. So 8 days, if you have 28 days menstrual cycle, on the day 8, starting from day 1 of your menstrual cycle, day 2, day 3, day 8 is your ovulation day. Day 7 to day 9 is your most fertile days of the month. So if you want to conceive, this is the time you meet your man often. And if you're trying to play it safe, you should avoid these days, because if you take contraceptive postinor 2 in this period, it will not work. I'll be explaining to you why postinor 2 fails in my next video, inshallah. But this is the time you should avoid if you're trying to play safe. But if you want to conceive, this is the right time for you. But I still advise you to at least 2 days before this, from day 5 till day 9, it's your most fertile period. These 3 days is your most fertile because this is the time your egg release. So at least 2 days before the release of an egg, if you have sexual intercourse on the 5th day before this, before your menstrual cycle, before your egg release, your ovulation day, the sperm can still stay in your body for at least 5 days, and you can still meet the egg during the ovulation and get fertilized. So I strongly advise at least 5 days to, on the 5th day to 9 days is your most fertile period. So this day is your fertile window, day 5 to day 9. For 23 days menstrual cycle, day 9, you have day 9 is your ovulation. Day 6 to day 10 is your fertile window. For 24 days cycle length, day 10 is your ovulation. Day 7 to day 11 is your fertile window. For 25-day cycle length, day 11 is your ovulation, and day 8 till day 12 is your fertile window. For 26-day cycle length, day 12 is your ovulation day. Day 9 to day 13 is your fertile window. For 27 days, day 13 is your ovulation day. Day 10 to day 14 is your fertile window. For 28 days cycle length, day 14 is your ovulation day. Day 11 to day 15 is your fertile period. For 29 days, day 15 is your ovulation day, and day 12 to day 16 is your fertile window. For 30 days cycle length, day 16 is your ovulation day, and day 13 to day 17 is your fertile window. Day 31 for 31 days cycle length, day 17 is your ovulation day, while your most fertile period is day 14 to day 18. For 32 days cycle length, day 18 is your ovulation day, and day 15 to day 19 is your fertile period. At least your fertile period is about 5 days, because sperm can survive in your body for up to 5 days. I am repeating this. Sperm can survive in healthy cervical mucosa for up to 5 days. So if you have sex before 5 days prior to your ovulation day, the sperm can still stay in your body and meet the egg when it's released on the 5th day. This is why we're making 5 days. This is why 5 days is at least your most fertile days of the month. So if you're trying to play safe, avoid these days. And if you are trying to conceive, this is the time for you. This is your fertile window. This is your most fertile days of the month. I hope you find this video really helpful. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification. Like, share, and drop comments for me in the comment section below. If you are yet to watch my video on how to calculate your menstrual cycle, kindly check the description box or click on the link above to watch how to calculate your menstrual cycle, to be able to understand how to calculate your ovulation. I will see you guys to my next video. Thank you.